Hi viewers, today I'm excited to delve into an important topic that has shaped the course of history, the effects of the world wars on the shipbuilding industry along the River Tyne. As we explore this fascinating subject, we examine how the world wars impacted the shipbuilding industry, which was a crucial part of the Tyne's economy. We will look into the challenges that the shipbuilders faced during this turbulent time. But that's not all. I have a special surprise for you today. One of our viewers has sent in something truly unique, and I can't wait to share it with you all. Let's dive straight in. During the First World War, women in Britain played a vital role in the war effort. They took on jobs in factories and shipyards that had previously been reserved for men. On the River Tyne, women played a crucial role in the shipbuilding industry. The shipyards on the River Tyne were among the largest in the world, and they played a crucial role in the war effort, but with so many men away fighting, the shipyards faced a shortage of workers. To fill the gap, women were recruited to work in the shipyards. They worked long hours in tough conditions, but they did it with enthusiasm and determination. Women also worked in the factories producing the components needed for the war effort. And just to end off this section, there's 3 pictures from the women working in Wallsend shipyards. World War I is remembered as the first industrial war, a clash of furnace and factory as much as flesh and blood. The chimneys and cranes of this war machine consumed landscapes across Europe, and few were more dominated than the 12 miles of the River Tyne, from the North Sea to the west of Newcastle, devoted to building the world ships. It is estimated more than 3 million tons of shipping were built in the yards here and on the nearby River Wear and other northeast yards from 1914 to 1918. Tens of thousands of people were employed directly, and countless thousands more businesses and families relied on the yards to sustain the communities. Historian Ken Smith once said it was impossible to go down the Tyne without hearing the sound of riveters and hammers. It was the sound of iron and steel plates being fixed together to build the hulls of ships. In the early years of the 20th century, with the Imperial German forces seeking to challenge Great Britain's century-old dominance of the sea, bigger and heavier battleships grew from the banks of the River Tyne. Once the fighting had started, the yards also battled to repair damaged vessels and replace the vital cargo ships being preyed on by unrestricted U-boat warfare. Sheila Smith said her grandfather James was part of the workforce, and tales of the massive efforts to keep the Navy in the fight have been handed down in her family. After one battle, HMS Lion, which was one of the flagship ships, was towed into the Tyne very badly damaged, and instant repairs were necessary because the fleets had suffered so much damage. So the shipyard workers were locked into St. Peter's Yard until the Lion was seaworthy again. She said, "My father said he thinks he saw nothing of his father at home for 6 days, and the police brought his mother and presumably other mothers news of the lock-in." She added, on another occasion, at practically a moment's notice, the workers were sent home to collect their clothes and ration cards before being rushed off to the naval dockyards for weeks on end, again on ship repairs to keep the Navy in some semblance of strength during the war. You just did it, and you just did it really with pride. It was part of the war effort. You can really feel what these men and women went through during this period in time. The amount of strength and courage and hard work that they put in, and dangerous work as well. It just blows my mind. And lest we forget, like, these people really put their heart and soul and their entire life into work so we can have what we have today. And it's just amazing to think about, and we should never forget it. Okay viewers, so thanks to one of you, I have received a personal account of a family with deep roots in the shipbuilding industry in the Tyne area, and how they came to possess a unique collection of historical maps related to the shipyards on the Tyne. Peter's dad, Joe, was a painter at the old naval yard. One of his brothers was the manager of a pipe factory, and another brother was the draftsman at Swans. Peter's mum also welded submarine periscopes during World War II, making their family a true Walker shipbuilding family. Peter's dad, Joe, served during World War II. He mentions that Joe was a radar operator on the HMS Rockrose in the Atlantic, and was later assigned to the HMS Victory land base as a RDF radar operator and trainer. After being released from naval service, he returned to Newcastle upon Tyne and got employment as a painter in the shipyards at Walker, Hebburn and Wallsend. He and his wife had 9 children and lived in a small upstairs flat in Middle Street, Walker. Peter also mentioned his dad-in-law was a shop steward and welder at Swans, who eventually became a director of Smith Ships Repairers in North Shields. When Smith Ship Repairers closed down, Peter's dad-in-law rescued a batch of historical maps that were going to be discarded. These maps were hand-drawn on heavy linen and coloured, and they show the Tyne yards from before 1945, including detailed tables of ship tonnage statistics. The maps were classified as secret during the war, but were subsequently declassified by the Ministry of Defence. I hope you enjoy these images, and thank you very much, Peter, for sharing your family history. and I'll see everyone in the next video. Bye for now.